Here in Maranello, the hometown of Ferrari, change is in the air. This is the new SF90 Stradale, and it's unlike anything the company has ever built before. It's their top-of-the-range supercar, and as you'd expect, it sets new highs for the brand. Fastest ever around the company's Ferrari test circuit, 1,000 horsepower, although that doesn't sound quite so impressive if you express it in kilowatts. 736 is the number. But more importantly, it's a plug-in hybrid. So it has an internal combustion engine, a 4-litre V8 twin turbo, and 3 electric motors. They draw power from a battery that's replenished through a plug in the rear of the car. So let's go and find out just how well this new technology works.
Ferrari doesn't make front-drive cars, never has. So another thing that makes the SF90 Stradale a very strange experience is that in electric mode it powers only the front wheels. Each has its own motor. E-mode provides much reduced power, only 162 kilowatts. But it's enough that the SF90 Stradale has no trouble keeping up with traffic. Ferrari has set up the car's regenerative braking so that it's not as strong as in some plug-in hybrids. Top speed in E-mode is restricted to 135 kilometres an hour. The car's electric-only range is around 25 kilometres because the lithium-ion battery pack just behind the seats isn't very large. It has a usable capacity of 6.5 kilowatt hours and takes only 2 hours to recharge from a wall box, or around 3 hours using a standard power socket. The car's Type 2 charging port is beneath a circular flap on the car's left rear shoulder, adjacent to the see-through engine cover. H for hybrid mode is the car's default setting on startup, and it works pretty smoothly when driving normally. Though when you want strong acceleration, the twin-turbo V8 can kick in with a jolt.
We're now on public road outside Maranello, heading south into the hills. And I have to say, this is the most surreal experience in all my years of driving Ferraris. The car is in its default hybrid mode, and it's automatically switching between electric mode. We're in pure electric now, but if you get a chance to open the throttle, the engine fires up instantly.
The SF90 Stradale's engine is a rasping ripper of a thing. The mostly new 4-litre twin-turbo V8 is basically a big-bore version of Ferrari's already excellent 3.9-litre V8. It revs to 8,000, maxing at 574 kilowatts, just below that figure. The SF90 Stradale introduces a new 8-speed double-clutch transmission from Ferrari. That's one more gear than before. There's no reverse gear. Instead, the car uses its front electric motors to move backwards. Between the engine and the gearbox is the SF90 Stradale's third electric motor. This continues to provide boost even when the front motors disengage at speeds above 210 kilometres an hour. The SF90 Stradale has an all-new steering wheel. Ferrari fans will be glad to hear it has a usual Manettino switch to select the car's different chassis modes. But there's now a second touchpad Manettino to control the powertrain. As well as E and hybrid modes we've already mentioned, there are performance and qualifying modes. In both of these, the V8 runs full time. And naturally, you choose one of these modes for driving on track. This car's acceleration is simply awesome in the true sense of that word. But it's not just in a straight line that the SF90 Stradale excels. Those electric motors in the front axle make this Ferrari an on-demand all-wheel driver, so the way that it powers out of corners is otherworldly. Drive to each of the front wheels can be controlled individually, a technology known as torque vectoring. And what this means in practice is that the car steers through corners with truly amazing precision. Understeer, forget about it. The SF90 Stradale takes Ferrari's already legendary handling prowess to another level, at the same time as setting new highs for performance. Yet, this isn't an especially difficult car to drive, on the track or on the road. It really does make awesome accessible. Some may think that adopting plug-in hybrid technology is a mistake for a brand like Ferrari, but the SF90 Stradale says they're wrong. This car